Welcome back to Reflecting on Martial Arts. In this episode 3, we'll cover key karate training mistakes that could be slowing your progress. What's fascinating about martial arts is that while many people think it's all about physical prowess, success in karate often hinges more on mental focus and proper technique than on raw strength or speed. Studies have shown that mental discipline and refined technique are key factors in achieving mastery.
Given that mental focus and technique play such a crucial role in karate, what are the common mistakes that often hinder progress when it comes to mastering these aspects?
Well, let's break it down into two categories: common kata mistakes and kumite mistakes. Today, we'll focus on kata mistakes as they tend to be more common and crucial to correct for overall growth and mastery in karate. In a future episode, we'll dive into kumite mistakes.
Absolutely.
The first one is something I see constantly: incorrect stance. The second is improper breathing. The third is rushing through movements or neglecting basic techniques and fundamentals. The fourth is not understanding the meaning behind the moves, and the fifth is a lack of mindfulness.
Hmm, that's quite significant. What's the main issue you see with stances?
A common mistake many karate practitioners make is overlooking the fundamentals of their stance. Your stance isn't just about balance, it dictates your power, stability, and overall technique. While styles may vary in weight distribution, 60-40, 70-30, or even 80-20 in forward stance, key principles remain constant: proper knee and ankle alignment, a strong push from the back leg with the heel grounded, and equal pressure on both the inner and outer edges of the feet. The stance should match shoulder width for optimal structure. The same applies to back stance and horse stance, where weight distribution differs, but alignment remains crucial.
So, what would you say to someone who wants to improve their stance?
The key is to practice what we call the 3 point check. First, check your foot alignment, then your weight distribution, and finally, your knee positioning. Sports biomechanics research shows that even small stance misalignments can significantly reduce power output.
Oh, that's really interesting about the biomechanics.
Let's dive deeper into stance corrections in a future episode.
Sure, let's talk about the second mistake: improper breathing.
Swallowing breath happens when a person unconsciously holds their breath due to tension or improper technique. Instead of exhaling with movement, they tense up, disrupting energy flow. Then there's shallow chest breathing, breathing from the chest instead of the diaphragm, which limits oxygen intake and leads to fatigue. Lastly, an inconsistent breathing rhythm, forgetting to exhale during strikes or movements, disrupts flow and power. To avoid this, practitioners should focus on diaphragmatic breathing, coordinate breath with movement, and stay relaxed throughout training. Proper breathing enhances endurance, power, and overall efficiency in karate.
Well explained. Breathing is often overlooked, but this really shows how essential it is for movement and endurance. What about the basics? The third mistake we see?
Here's something that might surprise people. Top martial artists spend most of their training time on basic techniques even after decades of practice. Yet most beginners try to rush through basics, spending time only to learn and memorize the techniques.
That's quite a contrast. How does this affect their progress?
Many practitioners, eager to advance, often overlook the importance of refining basic movements before progressing to more complex ones. This is a crucial mistake because the foundation of martial arts lies in mastering the basics. When basic techniques are rushed or done incorrectly, they hinder the development of more advanced techniques. It's vital to slow down, pay attention to detail, and truly internalize these fundamentals. It takes approximately 10,000 repetitions of a basic technique or kihon to develop muscle memory. When practitioners rush through basics, they're essentially building their advanced techniques on shaky foundations.
Let's move on to the fourth mistake: not understanding the meaning behind the moves.
In karate, each movement, especially in kata, has deeper meanings and applications beyond the physical form. This is where bunkai comes in. Bunkai refers to the analysis of kata, breaking down the movements to understand their real world applications in combat. Without understanding Bonkai, practitioners might just go through the motions of kata without realizing the self defense techniques embedded in each movement. It's not just about memorizing patterns, but understanding how each move can be used in practical scenarios, whether it's a strike, block, or counterattack. This understanding is what transforms a practitioner from simply performing kata to truly internalizing its wisdom. So, not recognizing the significance behind each move is a missed opportunity for growth and mastery.
And what about the lack of mindfulness?
Mindfulness is crucial in martial arts, especially in kata. Practicing kata requires complete mental focus.
How can practitioners start incorporating more mental training?
You know what's interesting? Just 5 to 10 minutes of meditation before your session can enhance your performance. Kata demands mindfulness and in return it cultivates it. The more present you are, the more kata sharpens both your technique and mind, creating a cycle of focus, clarity, and mastery.
That's really encouraging for anyone looking to improve their practice.
Address these 5 common mistakes, and you'll see progress nearly 3 times faster. Remember, martial arts mastery is a marathon, not a sprint.
That really drives home the importance of addressing these mistakes early in training.
Indeed, it does. And that's why we wanted to share these insights today. Remember, every 1% improvement in technique compounds over time to create significant results. Thank you for listening. We'll be back soon with an episode on common Kumaite mistakes. And in another, we'll dive into different stances. Stay tuned.
Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our upcoming episodes.